Okay, let's try this one more time. Spider-Man, Spidey, Webhead, the Spidester, Incredible Mr. Spidey, whatever you would like to call him, is the greatest superhero in all of fiction. And I think that goes without mentioning the plethora of different forms of Spider-Man media. The movies, cartoon shows, video games, comic books, theme parks. I mean, I could go on for days about him, right? And looking back at over 62 years of excellence for the web crawler, it's beautiful to see how much the legacy of Spider-Man has evolved over time. But you're probably asking yourself, well, what makes Spider-Man the greatest superhero of all time? Well, I'm glad you asked, because in today's video, I will show my appreciation for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, how much he has inspired me and countless others throughout time. But before the video starts, if you like Spider-Man or just comic book vids in general, feel free to subscribe to the channel and drop a like while you're at it. Not only does that mean the world to me, but it helps tremendously. Without further ado, let's dive in. Spider-Man has always been a character that is viewed past the mask and costume. The main reason why he is so popular is because he's relatable. So relatable that he views the world like us and how life kicks our asses daily. Relationship problems, identity crisis, financial instability, and just so much more that I can name. Those aspects are what makes Spider-Man the character he is. Peter Parker is the reflection of our daily struggles and hardships, but Spider-Man is the reflection of our biggest failures throughout life. In hindsight, the dichotomy between Peter Parker and Spider-Man is what makes the character so complex to me.
You can web me up anytime, Petey.
Anytime, Petey.
Anytime, Petey.
And I think it goes best to mention Spider-Man 2, which, contrary to popular belief, is the best adaptation of Spider-Man to this day. What makes this movie so special to me is the fact that Peter Parker's life is just going to shit. And throughout the first act, it just gets worse and worse and worse, to the point where Peter doesn't even know his purpose anymore, or why he even lives the life he lives. And worst of all, the guy Peter looks up to becomes a deranged psychopath with 4 long ass arms. Pause. So now that's just even more shit Peter Parker has to deal with. Do you get the point I'm making? Spider-Man is a flawed character. He doesn't always get a happy ending. But in spite of that, he still remains a hero because of what he represents and what he stands for. And everybody loves a hero. They scream their names, they line up for them. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that shit wrong, but you get the point. The entire premise of Spider-Man is built around this moral belief, this philosophical notion that with great power comes great responsibility. Meaning that anyone who has the ability to do good should use those powers, use those gifts, while also standing up to the responsibilities of what they believe in and can accomplish in the world. And while these powers can generate acts of bravery in the public eye, they also create unforeseen situations for Peter Parker. For Peter, Spider-Man is a constant physical and mental battle that he must endure in every single day. A great example of how this moral philosophy is shown visually would be Spider-Man 2, the second installment in Sam Raimi's trilogy. This film further explores the life of Peter Parker. While Spider-Man has been a significant change in Peter's life and has allowed him to see the good in what he does, it also comes with consequences. Consequences so severe that one bad thing after another occurs, causing Peter to question his identity, question if being Spider-Man is worth all the stress and heartache that he has gone through. Peter is so drawn to fulfilling his duties as Spider-Man that it creates this sudden shift in his life that drastically affects him. There's a reason this film is highly regarded as the greatest portrayal of Spider-Man, not just because of its comical elements deeply rooted from the comics or its brash yet compelling narrative of a superhero overcoming adversity, but because it's the one film that fully grasps Peter Parker being a loser, meaning it conveys to the audience that superheroes go through shit just like the rest of us. But the way Peter Parker went through shit in this movie, it's like we can all relate to that in some way. We can all learn valuable life lessons from that. Going from losing his purpose to finding it, to regaining his purpose and gaining the confidence at the same time. That was some powerful shit. That train fight sequence literally gives me goosebumps, bro. These moments are a testament to why Spider-Man is such an inspiration, because he keeps us steady, he keeps us grounded. around it, he reassures us to hold on for a second, a minute, an hour, a day, a year longer. The countless childhoods he has shaped, the lives he has saved, all of this good grace that Spider-Man's stature has given us is why he is truly the GOAT. It's why he is the amazing Spider-Man. And as time goes on, the legacy of Spider-Man will only progress and progress. There are far more stories to be told through the lenses of his heroic nature, and up until this point, I strongly believe we need to be patient and we need to be strong and we need to be confident. Be like your friendly neighborhood.
They love me.